status ko.
Everything is fine, boss. Nuclear testing is about to start.
Make sure to update me. Ciao. How was the quiz?
Jackpot, boss. Fish in ring.
Luck is still in our way. Did you pick up the medical waste in our partner hospital?
Of course, boss. I didn't know this was so exposed and radioactive.
That part was not for you to know. But yeah, you know what to do.
What is that all about, Mom? It's just a business. Business? What do you mean business? All I can hear is about nuclear plant, nuclear weapon testing, and medical waste. Are you for real? Haha.
You have a good reasoning skills, daughter.
You know, it's very dangerous.
What do you mean it's dangerous? It won't have any effects.
Akala mo lang wala, pero meron.
What do you mean it's dangerous? It won't have any effects.
Akala mo lang wala, pero meron. Paano pag biglang nakalabas yung mga radioactive particles dun sa nuclear plant? Alam nyo ba na yung pagsubok nyo dun sa mga nuclear weapon ay may malaking naiilabas na radioactive particles sa hangin na maaaring makaapekto, ha?
Oh my God! Kumalma ka!
No! I'm not even finished yet. Yung mga medical waste na ginamitan ng radioactive materials, saan nyo yan nilalagay, ha? Alam nyo ba na nagiging dahilan nyo ng radioactive pollution? But, no buts, ma'am. Ang hirap mong ipagtanggol. Parang nga may papanood ako sa'yo.
Welcome, madam, and welcome to all the viewers out there. Welcome to another segment of Dapat Alam Mo, Alam Mo Dapat. In this video, using simple materials, we will experiment. And in this experiment, we will show you how radioactive pollution spreads in our environment. And for that, we have a guest experimenter. Experimenter Eloy, go on!
Thank you, Experimenter Colleen. First, let me show you the materials that we'll be needing. So here's the materials we need. First, we will be using food coloring to represent radioactive pollutant. Sponge or cotton balls to represent the plants and organisms. A mini pan to represent air. And a tray with water to mimic a body of water or soil. And a straw. To start the experiment, we have Experimenter Rosie. Thank you, Experimenter Eloisa. Now let's begin the experiment. First, we will be filling the water tank with clear water. And after that, we will set the sponge and cotton balls around the tank like this. Imagine the sponge and cotton balls as our fish plants, and other organisms might be exposed to pollution. Now that we are set, release Experimenter Babylin to properly set the experiment. You can see, guys, that it is clean and clear, right? It is like our river and lake. The next step is we will simulate the release of radioactive waste in our lake here. I will be using a plastic straw or tube to then slowly drip a few drops of food coloring in our lake here. Imagine this food coloring as a waste that might leak in our industry in our nuclear plants.
And we will use a mini pan to represent how air helps in the spread of contamination. You can observe, guys, how the food coloring begins to spread, right? Especially with air. So, what we did is we represented how the radioactive particles begins to spread into our water, our lake, and river. Now, as we observe, we see that the food coloring spreads gradually from the tank, right? In connection, radioactive waste from industries and nuclear plants slowly spreads into our environment.
Look, we can also see that cotton balls and sponges are absorbing the contaminated water. It slowly spread in our environment and slowly affect us. This shows how our plants and animals absorb radioactive waste from our environment, resulting in contamination, which can also affect us. It can cause us in having cancer, organ failure, acute radiation syndrome, skin burns, hair loss, nausea and vomiting, cardiovascular disease, cataracts, birth defects, and mental health problems. But we have prevention to this kind of problems. For further explanation, here is experimental valuing.
Here is the sound prevention of radioactive pollution. First, safety handling and disposal of radioactive materials and waste. Second is improved protocols and nuclear power plants. And third is the proper regulation and registration. Fourth is the technological solution. Fifth is the public and worker safety measures. Sixth is safe mining practices. Seven is the accident preparedness and response plan. 8 is limiting the nuclear weapon testing and use. 9 is environmental monitoring and cleanup initiatives. Lastly is international collaboration. Here you go, those are the sound prevention that we can make an action in order to prevent the spread of radioactive pollution. Thank you so much for watching! And thank you for supporting the Dapat Alam Mo, Alam Mo Dapat. See you on our next video.
What do you think, Mom? I didn't know it has that kind of effect. Now that you have the knowledge, you're the only one who will do the action to correct it. You're right. Thank you for informing me about radioactive pollution. From now on, I will try to prevent the spread of radioactive pollution.
This shows how This shows how
How was the clean? It looks like rock.
That's all about now.
Just a business.
Set the sponge and cotton balls. I will be using a plastic straw or tube that will grip I will be using a plastic straw or tube to grip we can also
Or dito ka pamila pumasok. Gusto mo?
From now on, I will try to prevent the spread of From now on, I will try to prevent the spread of radioactive pollution. I want to realize represent animals and organisms and train with water to mimic the water